Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Amanda with Naughty Body Boutique. Today I am going to be continuing on with our spring soap collection. Today's fragrance is from Nature's Fragrance. It's called Enchanted Woods. It is a delicious blend of berries, apples, some tonka, a couple other notes. It's very florally and fruity, but it's not very overpowering at all. In addition to the fragrance, I'm going to be trying a couple different techniques here with the colors and kind of the design I'm pouring. In my bucket here, I've already got the melted butters and oils along with kaolin clay and organic coconut milk powder. And then since this is going to be a pastel soap, I've also mixed in my titanium dioxide to my oils. So without further ado, let's blend up our melted butters and oils with our lye solution. So now that I've mixed this just past emulsion, I am going to split these off into my colors. Before I do that though, I've got to weigh out and make sure that I've got the correct measurement so that I can divide each of the colors equally. So in my bucket, I've got about 50 ounces of batter, and I need to divide this up between 5 containers. So each container is going to get about 10 ounces of soap mix. Now that I've got this split off into 5 equal containers, I'm going to set 4 of them aside, and I'm only going to work with one at a time. One at a time, I'm going to add in the colorant, the fragrance, and pour, and then I'm going to do my new design on the top. So I'm going to start with a purple on the bottom. So I'm just going to grab a container here. All right, pour just a little bit of fragrance oil in here. And then today I'm using the Queen's Purple Mica from Brambleberry. It's going to be more on the pastel side since I did already mix in some titanium dioxide right in the beginning. So I'm just going to start with that, see how this purple turns out. Okay, let's scrape down the sides, make sure all of the colorant is incorporated in. And then just give this a quick hand stir here. Then in between each of these layers, I've got to let it sit up a little bit so I can do kind of my design on the top before the next color. So I'm literally just going to pour this entire thing in. Scrape most of the container out, leave just a little bit so I can do the tops. Okay, wiggle it, tap it down a bit. Okay, so while the purple is setting up here, I'm going to get started on my next color, which is going to be blue. I'm using Brandeis Blue Mica from Nurture Soap today, and we're going to do the same thing as we did for the purple. I'm going to add in some colorant and the fragrance all at once here. I find this to be a very, very gorgeous blue. It's already almost pastel, just in its normal form, but I just want it to lighten up a bit. Okay, so we've got our color in. Now it is time for the fragrance. And we'll give this a quick check on our purple. Still a bit liquidy, so we're going to let this sit for just a little bit longer until it can actually hold the design. Okay, so the purple seems to have thickened up just enough to possibly be able to hold the design. So what I'm going to do is that's right, take a popsicle stick and just draw some deeper lines in here. That way, when I pour the next color in, it kind of goes into the purple. Okay, so it looks like I'm not going to be able to get as many lines as I expected, but I'll work with that. Okay, so taking my spatula here to break the fall, I'm just going to start pouring the blue right on top of the purple here. Okay, same thing with the purple. We're going to try to get as much of this out, leaving just a little bit for the top of the soap. Okay, give it a little bit of a shimmy, not too much. Don't want those to blend too much. But I do want to make sure that it gets into all of the little crevices we made with the purple. Clean up a little bit of the mess here. And then we're going to wait for this blue to harden, and next we're going to stir up our green. So same thing as the other two, fragrance and colorant at the same time. Let's see if the blue is ready. Yes. So for this one, since I couldn't really do a lot of close lines, I'm just going to kind of do some squiggly lines and maybe only do about 2 or 3, kind of 1 in the middle and 2 on the edges, and go from there. That seems to be a little bit better. And then get all the way over here. All right. So just like before, I'm going to take and use my spatula to break the fall. I don't want to pierce that blue layer. And we're just going to get all the green poured in. So we're going to give this a quick shimmy. Not too much, just enough. A couple taps. All right, now it is time to mix up, I believe I'm going with yellow. Yes, we're going to do yellow. We're bypassing orange today. No orange. We're going to go straight to yellow. And this is Firefly Mica from Nurture Soap. Take some yellow in there. This one will look nice because it seems this fragrance oil is very, very yellow. Get some fragrance in there. And start mixing this up. Alright, let's check out our green layer here. See if this will hold our... Yep. Okay, the camera cut out there for a second. Not too much, so we're just going to keep going with our last one here. Kind of see if we can get that middle one a little bit more defined here. Alright. Using our spatula to break the fall, we're going to start pouring in this yellow. Give this a little shimmy shimmy. Make sure it gets all under there. Alright, and it is time for our last color here. Okay, so our last color is Pink Vibrance from Nurture Soap. It's going to come out to be a really nice, pretty pastel. Maybe a little bit on the darker side. But I was getting kind of towards the end of the spring collection and realized I had no pastel soaps. And, you know, that's kind of what spring is. It's all about the pastels, especially Easter. Easter's got a lot of pastels, so I had to rummage through my fragrance oils and see what I could find to come up with a pastel soap. And I really I really liked this one. So let's give this a mix. Hope that it changes colors and not this icky pink. Alright, and let's do our design. Well, let's check to see if our design can be done yet in the yellow. Seems like it's thickening up pretty quick this time. There we go. Don't think it's quite ready all the way through. Maybe I'm going too deep. Just nice and light. Okay, we're going to go with it. Alright. Last layer here. Break the fall with a spatula. So starting with purple and working our way back up. I didn't save too much for the tops, so it's just going to be little splatters here and there. But it seems like the batter thickened. Alright, time to do our swirl. Just going to mess with it at first here. Got a lot of colors on the top, so I want to make sure they get broken up. To liven up the top a little bit, I have not used glitter on any of the spring collections, so we have got to go with the Silver Holographic Bio Glitter from Nurture Soap. It's a biodegradable glitter. It is not harmful for the environment, marine life. It has no plastic in it. So we're just going to take and sprinkle this across the top. So I'm just going to start with a little bit, let it just kind of fall. That is lovely. Love some holographic glitter. So many colors going on. And I think it fits perfectly since I did kind of all the colors of the rainbow, except for orange. I didn't want to play with orange today. Not really sure why. Okay, so we've got some gorgeous, gorgeous holographic glitter. I'm definitely a holo girl, so wherever I can put holographic anything, whether it be glitter, vinyl, anything holographic, I'm all for that, which is why I'm really surprised this is the first soap that's getting glitter on it, because I love me some glitter, especially when I know it's plastic free like Nurture Soap has, and it's not going to do anything dangerous to the environment, marine life. Yeah, I don't know what stopped me all this time. So we're going to give this a quick spritz with rubbing alcohol. Try to prevent some of that soda ash, and I'll bring you guys down for a closer look. Here we go. Here's the top. Camera is kind of picking up on some of that holographic glitter. Not too much. The lights here aren't that great, so it's kind of hiding. Once we get this cut up and I can alter the light a little bit, we'll definitely be able to see those tops. Alright, I'm going to cut this up probably in about 72 hours, so that way we can see what the inside looks like. I'm super excited to see if any of those little, we're going to call them trenches, see if those trenches actually did what I was expecting them to, or if I just have a layered soap. Either way, it's something I've never done before, so we'll be back in a little bit to see what we've got going on the inside.